Starting now. So welcome back. This is the next episode on the next day. For me, it's like 20 seconds after the last episode, though. We're gonna get started. Let's talk to RepairBot.
You again? What do you want?
Answers to questions like this one. You mentioned Metromine.
You mentioned Metromine.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk?
A better source of information.
Metromine is the best thing that ever happened in this place.
Alright.
Really?
Really? You, me, all these other machines grinding about? We're just tools in the toolbox. But Metromine, she's got the master plan. Progress. Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromine's the only one scrubbing. Not her fault that some of the metal's too far gone.
It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metromine.
Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to work.
Ah, that was really good information, I guess.
You again? What do you want?
It's hard for me to judge. I don't know what if this is valuable. Or gonna be valuable later. But the walkthrough said this is good, so we gotta do it.
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromine?
Talk to Metromine. Look, Metromine has an entire city to run, but Verizon is are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
Okay. I'm guessing she'll do that once I become a threat.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has big claws and shoots lasers.
Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. It's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him?
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromine these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Whoa. Yeah, you say router, I say router. Not my problem. Once again, robo-ethics, huh? Ah, God.
Where
Scraper.
can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide?
Come on. No, but I need help.
Piece of advice for you.
Thank you.
Don't mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches.
Very
Right.
profound.
Well then.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
Well, I'm just gonna ask Crispin's thing as the very last. I just realized I wanted to say, oh, well, that's just a robot version of this and that phrase, but I don't actually know what other phrase for the one that he said. Don't mess with the code if you can't handle it. It's just it's a really never mind. I wanted to say it's a really simple piece of advice, not actually interesting. I have a beef with people who say it. That's all. Never mind. I can't resolve that beef here in this video. You're not those people. You're watching. Thank you for doing that.
My friend is curious about your helper.
Fuck! I was gonna ask that last.
Factor built.
Okay.
Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm not sure what that response was, but it sounded awfully, like, humble for this guy. Alright.
When will the bridge be passable? Soon?
Well, seeing how the last remaining Airbus just crashed, I'd say opening the bridge to pedestrian traffic. So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Goodbye.
Oh, fuck. Language. I'm tired today. I don't feel like censoring myself, honestly. So what's over here?
What's important?
I'm gonna walk over to it, and then someone's gonna give me shit about the waiting line. Or not, I'm just going to approach it. Hello, small robot. Oh, he's like keeping the peace. Alright. Hello, Mr. Robot. I'm just like walking around.
Ahoy, my dear friend. Oswald Factorbuilt at your
He's got a robo-monocle!
More your dear friend than Rex as your
Oh my
creation,
God.
the solid gear oiler.
Oh, man.
Don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Better, I'll show you bitter, you backbiting bot snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
Oh my God, I'm gonna take my headphone off. What's in that building?
What's in that building?
Why, Arbiter's Court, of course.
Okay.
Why else would we be here?
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice. I'm here for justice. to prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuild, created this marvelous machine, Rex. Rex Cornelius built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald built. Rex Oswald built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
So, boss? Would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
Okay. Whoa, that's like... Was that information? Was that a point? Did I solve a puzzle by telling him he's valuable to me in ledge endeavors? Never mind. How are you going to decide?
How are you going to decide who gets Rex?
For the law, fool. The law.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
For...
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
Who will say whose contribution was more important? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important?
Okay. Looking for a big robot.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has lots of claws and shoots lasers. It stole something of mine. Have you seen it?
Indeed. The robot you describe sounds like Scraper, Metromind's enforcer.
Right.
Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
Oh, he refuses. How delightful.
Come on. This place is a downer. It's this, like... There haven't been as many good jokes. So, this is not helping me with my tiredness problem. Do you know where I can find a power
Do you know
source?
where I can find a power source?
Tell me about that.
Alas, my friend, power is not so abundant in Metropole as it once was.
Damn it.
Magank Metromine seized it all, seized it, and doles it out. And there's hardly enough to go around now.
Metromine keeps all power sources in the Great Tower where the Council used to meet. If you want to share it, you will need to pay her in megacycles.
Megacycles?
Yes,
Wait, let's see.
megacycles
One of those,
need.
let's find out finally.
CPU cycles, brain power. Kind of power she really
Oh, no.
wants. Her low-rate processor was made for running trains, not a city.
Oh boy. And sneeze. Sneezing done. Thank you for indulging that sneeze. It sounded like it should accompany a Street Fighter 2 move.
Could someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, perhaps? Authoritative to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromine.
Okay.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
Test me. I think I like this option. It probably won't lead anywhere if my other option is to find someone else.
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What do I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
That's a reference I don't get.
Consider this. At the Binomial Biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
The what circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
Yes.
I said quiet.
Each robot is either a factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Okay.
Blasted Sternweilers.
And
Okay.
moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
This is ridiculous.
Shut up.
Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler, quad core, linear type, or multiplex.
Okay.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First,
Okay.
there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds.
Okay.
Second, every linear type robot was built by Factor.
Okay.
Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now
Okay.
listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
I'm gonna need a piece of paper and a pencil, all of which I have. Let's do some writing down, which isn't gonna be good video. I'll cut this if I have to. So this is too small a piece of paper. I need a bigger piece of paper. I can't hold this down and write all this stuff on it. This is straight up puzzling. Straight up adventure game, solving riddles, testing your mind and or ability to pay attention. Puzzling. let's see, could you repeat the question? 5 robots, 5 robots, 4 robots. So, hold on. I need him to repeat it.
Could you repeat the question?
Indeed. At the Binomial Biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
Only
Each
7 is
robot
important.
either a factor built or a Stern-Weiler built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Stern-Weiler builds. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
Linear, quad, and multiplex. One more time.
Could you repeat the question?
Indeed. At the
Thank you.
Binomial Biennial, each robot is either a factor built or a Stern-Weiler built.
Okay.
And more. Now I will tell you 3 things about these
More were
probabilitists.
factor builts.
First, there are more factor built robots than Stern-Weiler
Okay.
builds. Second,
Wait.
every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
I feel like I missed one more thing, but let's have a look. So, there's 7 robots at the Binomial. The Binomial Biennial. They're all either factor builds or Stern-Weiler builds. There's more factor builds than Stern-Weiler builds. We don't know how many more. Now, all linear builds were built by all linears. They're not linear builds. All linear processors were built by factor. So those are all the factor builds. Only factor builds can have those. Stern-Weiler never made any robots with quad cores. Multiplex cores are kind of a wild card. Anyone could have made any of those. Now, I need to graph this out a little better. I've just kind of... It's going to take a few tries. I want to get this right the first time,
Binomial Biennial, 7
because I
robots
want to
in
feel
the
like
probability
smart.
circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a factor built or a Stern-Weiler built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad core,
Either.
a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
Okay.
Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Stern-Weiler builds. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the
Let me see if I
probabilitist
can just
circle
do
cannot
this.
possibly be true?
On this logic. So, 5 robots have linear processors. This is possible as it fits the logic of factor. Yeah, I don't think I need to graph this. I have enough here. This is possible because factor is the only one that could have built the linear processors, could have used those, and 5 is a majority in 7, so that fits what we know so far. 5 robots have quad-core processors. Stern-Weiler never built any of those. And Stern-Weiler has fewer robots that he's built at this meeting. So that, exactly the same way as the last rule, still fits this. Still fits this, as we can... Wait a sec. Yeah, still fits this. It's just either linear or quad-core. So these can possibly be true. These aren't all going to be true. That rattled my brain for a minute. I didn't realize. Okay, so each of these could possibly be true, but obviously these both can't be, because then we have 10 robots already. Anyway, 4 robots have multiplex processors. Multiplex processors were the wild card, which could have been built by either one. Right, because quads could only be built... Wait a sec. I just realized something. Wait a second. 4 robots were built by Stern-Weiler. But this can't be true, because 4 is a majority in 7, isn't it? This might be the right answer, and I'm going to listen to the question again before I answer this. But this seems like a way too straightforward of a problem. So, I mean, we were told that there were more factor builds than Stern-Weiler builds. 4 robots were built by Stern-Weiler. I guess this could possibly be true by, like, naming or clerical error, right? But I don't believe framing the question that way is fair, unless we find out that each of these other ones are actually completely legitimate answers. 5 robots were built by factor. This is possible. could possibly be true. Let me just go through this one more time. 5 robots have linear processors. The way I'm reading this right now, Sternweiler's robots could only have multiplex processors. So both... This could be true by the clerical and naming error that these two are arguing over. But this could... No, wait. No, it can't. Can it? I don't know. Maybe. But this cannot be true. Because Sternweiler never built quad-core processors. And all of the linear processor robots there present are factor-built. And as 4 is a majority of 7, but... wait a sec. No, it doesn't work that way, because Factor could have also built robots with multiplex processors. Damn! So is this the right one? 5 robots were built by Factor, that's the majority. That's not impossible. I'm going to listen to the question again.
Can you repeat the question?
I'll try to graph it a bit.
Indeed. At the Binomial Biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a Factor-built or a Sternweiler-built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more Factor-built robots than Sternweiler-built. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
Possibly. God, come on. More Factor-builts.
Could you repeat the question?
Indeed. At the Binomial Biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
This is a trick
Each
question
robot
from the
is
start.
either a Factor-built or a Sternweiler-built.
Okay.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
Okay.
Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists.
Thank you.
First, there are more Factor-built robots than Sternweiler-built.
I got that right.
Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor.
Okay.
Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Okay.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
Cannot be true. I feel like chasing around these... because of the multiplex variety, the multiplex problem, I feel like chasing around these processors is like a point, is a diversion. It's a distraction. It's not actually going to give me any results whatsoever. So, simply 4 robots were built by Sternweiler. This can't be true because of basic division.
4 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Good show.
Oh
The
my god.
preceding facts are unchanged. Now, answer this. If exactly 2
Oh,
Factor-built robots have the
I
same
see.
type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
Must be. Repeat the question.
Could you repeat the question?
Let's see.
Indeed. At the Binomial
Not this
Biennial,
part.
each ro- and more now first, second, finally.
Now, answer this. If exactly 2
Right.
Factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
If exactly 2 had the same... Exactly 2 factor builds, specifically. Had the same... processor... One more time.
Now, if exactly 2 Factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then
Which of the following must be true? 1, 7 robot... God damn it, part of the text goes off the screen because I have a really weird screen size. Damn it. Alright, one of the 7 robots. Okay, 1 of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor. Must be true for that to be the case. Let's see. 1, 2 of the factor builds. So this is the specific thing because they built all the linears. And 5 of the 7 robots were built by factors. Unnecessary. 2 of the 7 robots have linear type processors. Well, let's see. 7 robots. Linear types. I feel like... was it at least 2? I don't know. 2 of them... That one does, but I want to check if anything else makes a bit more sense. 2 of the 7 robots have linear type processors. This must be true because Factor's the only one who made them. It's 2 factor built specifically, and it's 2 of the same, so that makes sense. 3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler. Unimportant, 4 of the 7 robots have multiplex processors. essentially unimportant because 3 could be Sternweiler builds, and then only 1 Factor build would have that, and it's important. 5 of the 7 robots are built by Factor, also unimportant, so it's this
2
one.
of the 7 robots have linear-type processors.
Failure? Failure? Clearly,
Whoa.
you are unfit to judge our case. Now go
Whoa.
work for someone else.
What? Come on! I got this! One more try?
At the Binomial Biennial,
I can.
7 robots
Probably only
in a
once more.
circle are gathered for the party.
Let's see.
Each robot is either a Factor built or a Sternweiler built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilities. First, there are more Factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
Cannot possibly. I already did this, but 4 robots were built by Sternweiler.
4 robots
Simple
were
division.
built by Sternweiler.
Good show.
The preceding now answer this. If exactly 2 Factor-built robots have the same type
Exactly
of processor
2.
architecture, then which of the following must be true?
Exactly 2, huh? So wait. 5 of the 7 robots are... I don't think that's it, but exactly 2? God, I don't know! 3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler. That should not be related. 1 of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor. Just 1. 2 of the 7 robots... Wait, but quad-cores? No, that doesn't come back in. That would be really helpful. No. No. Damn it! Trying to graph this out visually, but I'm not doing a good job because I'm not used to this. God, I wish I paid more attention to doing this kind of stuff at school. But of course, school didn't demand that I learn this. It just asked that I took notes, which isn't the same. This isn't an impossible question, is it? That'd be a way dick move. I cannot give up on this. I cannot. I cannot. You cannot see any of this. God. I'm not drawing, I'm just dragging the pen over the paper, which could be considered drawing, but right now I'm not doing that. 1 of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor. Just 1 of the Factor builds. That means that if... Listen, let's just try to consider the ramifications of every single one of these questions. This is going to be this entire episode. Oh, boy, this is gonna suck for viewers. Let me know in the comments what your answers were and the logic behind them. I'd be really curious to know that. So, if 1 of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor, then as that robot cannot be a Sternweiler built, that means that at least, due to the majority situation, at least 3 Factor builds. There will be at least 3 Factor builds with a linear type processor, right? Right. No. For exactly 2. Each of these could be true, but I guess the question... Oh, I think I'm misunderstanding the question. Which of these is important in that if they weren't the case, that having specifically 2 Factor builds with the same architecture would be impossible. Let's have another look at it with that in mind. So, 1 of the 7 robots is a quad-core processor. That means each robot has either a linear quad multiplex. Either a. So, if this weren't true, let's assume that none of the 7 robots have a quad-core processor. This music is distracting and I'm sweating. None of them had a quad-core processor. All the Factor builds would be linears and multiplexes. And that could be divided up into 3 and 2, or 3 and 3, or 4 and 2, or 2 and 2. But if exactly 2, wait, 1 of the 7 robots. God, I don't know, man. This actually looks like a good candidate. This has to be true. I can't see if I change this to 2, and exactly 2 would have it, but then the other 2 would have to be a multiplex and a linear. And then 4 of the 7, no. And 4 of the robots would have to be... Only 4 robots could be factor built. I swear this is so much simpler than I'm making it out to be, if I, judging by the last question, is any solution. 5 of the 7 robots were built by factor. This can't be true. This can! Wait! Did I already look at this? 3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler. I think this has to be true, because the only way for exactly 2 of the... Oh, I was so confused, it's stupid! I think if exactly 2, only 2, specifically only 2 robots, only 2 factor builds, had the same processor architecture, for that there would have to be 4 robots, because 4 factor built robots, because there are only 3 varieties of architecture, and if you simply have 2 pairs of 2, I think that already misses the point of the question. I think this is
3
it.
of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Correct.
3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Correct. Here is the third question. The facts are still unchanged. Which of the following types of processor architecture might you find in a probabilitist built by Sternweiler?
We're back! I understand what I did wrong. I forgot that the only limitation on Sternweilers wasn't that they don't make quad cores, but also that all the linear type probabilitist robot guys at this thing were factor built. So the multiplex is the only one. Only multiplex.
Only multiplex.
Well, it seems we underestimated you, my friend.
Thank
I'm
you
not putting
for
the
letting
facts
me
of our
retry.
into your data pouch. Please,
Back to the
take some
dispute.
time to consider, and let us know when you are ready to hear our arguments.
Wow. Lawyer robot hero. I'm kind of really happy and excited about this. I'm just gonna write down the answer real quick in case I need it later. It's only...
You know, boss, however miserable it may be to go around solving other robots' problems, and it is miserable, at least
boy.
it beats standing in line and waiting for a door to open like these gearboxes are doing.
Yeah, I guess. Who's this guy, though?
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
Okay, I guess. Wait. He's probably also important.
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
Oh boy. It's gonna take some time.
Maybe the rose bulbs unfurled as spirals fuse and...
What's he saying?
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am not part of the great friend. To your kind, I would be known as Gimbal, built by Labrador of Sovitos.
So cool.
The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange tragedies drag no more. I alone sing the function. When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange, I traded my secondary motor. What he sold me does not say. You have
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return.
Wow.
Infinite lawsuits, Solomon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so weird and cool. I'm getting interested and excited again. I was depressed earlier. You noticed. I wasn't feeling depressed is exaggeration. I wasn't having a good time. Now I am. Ooh, happy. Can I do that? Probably not, but.
No, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Getting.
Looks like we're going to need to go talk to Leopold about a motor.
I guess, Gimbal is her name. Whoa, I just realized they changed my shirt, like, really badly. So yeah, I guess I need to get the motor back, that's what I thought. And I had one more question.
May Mandelbrot's wolves unfurl their spirals for you, son.
Mandelbro. Who is he? He's like a historical man. Why do you speak?
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one.
Oh.
May Sierpinski's carpet ease your footsteps.
Whoa! Sierpinski I haven't even heard the name of! Mandelbro, was he like a chemist? I feel like he was a chemist. Okay. Right, there was a second segment to this. I'll probably go down this bridge and look at more places. Ah, robots in the background! Robots in the background! Including tiny ones, going super fast. Like only 2 pixels tall. Oh.
Wow, so majestic.
Whoa, dude, rude. Alright. I needed to consider their cases. I think I should do that first. Let's see... Oh, it's in my data pouch, of course. So... Rex lawsuit. Design by Cornelius. Assembly by Oswald. Concept to completion... Oh, right. 4 years. Design time, 1 year. Cornelius invented new pneumatic driver train. Drivetrain? Drivetrain. I think it's drivetrain. That took too long to figure out how to say. Invented new pneumatic drivetrain. Assembly includes many servos, Waldos. Is that a thing? And crankshafts. Cost of parts borne equally by both. Basic frame incorporates features of public domain model. Cornelius has several other well-known bot designs. Oswald has not built any other bots, but serviced Factor for years. I'm going to read this one more time because I want to do this fairly... I guess they're also going to argue their cases, so I'm going to listen to them now. Yeah, there's an exit over here. Noted. You can check that out next. How long is this video? Too long. Too long. Ready to hear your arguments.
I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Excellent, excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case.
You might think so,
In the
but...
Primordium, it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas, and 20 idle hands. Wise Horatio, long years have passed, but the principle remains true. Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I concede he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and wired Rex? That would be my humble self. Wise Horatio, a robot's fabronymic has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay.
He makes a good case, boss.
What about you, Cornelius?
If you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there isn't named Hammerbuilt or Plasma Torchbuilt. You call him Horatio Built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool with tools.
That's an insult, actually, in my culture. Okay.
And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
Factor? Ooh. That's a big one. No one. Oh god. That seems like the scariest best choice, though. Who gets to take credit? Are they going to disagree with me? I don't have the menu to save with, so I have to just go through all this conversation again. Whatever. No one.
No one can take credit. Neither of you could have built Rex without the other, so neither of you can put your name on him. His name is Rex No-Built, version 1.
That's what that means.
Outrageous!
Oh my god!
Surely, sir, you have misspoken.
No, I have not. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were to accept his judgment.
Indeed. Wait!
Later, bitches! Oh, man. Wow. I guess now I know why
Well,
I'm
boss,
well-built.
hats off to you.
Oh, come on! I'm gonna take his hat, though. It's probably helpful. Thank you. Old and fancy. That's what he wants in exchange for something. I don't know what. Let's check down here. See if we can find a couple more items. But we're gonna check down here next time on Game. Markus plays. Oh my god, sad robot. We're gonna look at his melancholy next time on Game. Markus plays. No, we're gonna look at his melancholy next time I play, which is not gonna be today because I'm tired. And this took too long. I've been playing for an hour and a half. It's ridiculous. It's like a page of bull nonsense. Throwing it around out of frustration. Throw my pen like a little bit, not much because I really like the pen. I don't want it to break. Thank you for joining me. We're gonna save this as Sad Robot and secondary motor. I can type please. Oh well, that'll do. That's what we're gonna check out tomorrow. Welcome. Thank you. Whatever. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow. Bye.